Hi, my name is Judita Jaworska and I help you ground your new earth business. What does it mean? That means that I will show you how to make your life better, how to do in your life what you love doing, earning great money and not sacrificing yourself, so in an effortless way. This is the podcast where I am sharing with you on a regular basis things that I think that are very important for you to hear in order to simply help you in your path to your freedom, because this is in the end why we are here. We all want to be free people doing what we want to do, not sacrificing ourselves, just make it as simple as possible in a free way. Because what is New Earth business? New Earth business is simply created out of energy of abundance, not out of energy of lack. When you're on a lower state of consciousness, you are controlled, you are manipulated, you feel like you are a victim and you are afraid of do whatever you want to do if others won't allow it to you. So that's why we end up on forgetting what are our talents. We even think that maybe we don't have any talents. We may think we are not creative, which is kind of funny because creativity is given to us and every one of us is talented. There is no way, if you're a human being walking on this Mother Earth, that you are not talented. Believe you me, during this episode, I will tell you how to start discovering it. So when we live in this energy of fear, we kind of deny ourselves. We do what others tell us to do. And in the end, we end up burnout. We end up depressed. We end up feeling like we are prisoners of our own bodies, of our own lives. And in this idea of creating new earth businesses, we are inviting human being. I'm inviting you to start getting to know yourself better and trust yourself better. Because when you know yourself, when you recognize the signs of your intuition, the signs from your body, the feelings that maybe something doesn't really make logical sense, but you feel it, you need to do it, this is your path to success. And it can be challenging at first because, as I already mentioned, we've been trained to not listen to ourselves, to not trust ourselves. So at first it may be like difficult, but the more you learn to do it in a little steps, the easier it will become for you to live your life in a happy way and also to run your business. And I know when I say, new earth business, and business as a word is such a huge word, like you can think, oh my God, that's not for everyone. But to be honest, I believe it's simpler than you could think, because in the end, what does it mean to run your business? New earth business. For me, it's simply getting out to the world and showing them what you are best at. Simply put a price on it, right? Because you want to be recognized. You want this flow of energy that you get paid, and you get paid, you earn money, so you can make your life even more abundant. Then you are even feeling even more love because you are fulfilled. So then you want to share it even more with others, so it's more and more and more love. So in the end, business is simply doing what you love in a free way, because no one will tell you what you can or cannot do. You are your own boss. Of course, if you want to run your business, you need to take this responsibility for yourself. You need to get out of this victimhood, thinking like, oh my God, I cannot do it. Others tell me what to do. I won't manage that. And, so when you get out of this victimhood, you connect with your heart, you start trusting yourself, it becomes much, much easier, because you find this courage to really wake up and do the first step, the second step. And at times it can get a little shaky. You can doubt a little bit yourself, but you keep doing it. You keep doing it. So guys, yes, this is what is it about. But in today's episode, I wanted to talk especially to the audience of people that you may be like, okay, business, okay, but how can I even get idea for the first offer? Like, I have no idea. Where should I find it? Where should you find it? Within yourself. I know it sounds like cliche, but guys, this is really true, because when you're connected with yourself, with your intuition, with your heart, when you know your talents, in the end, it's becoming super obvious what you can offer to the world. And when you are connected with yourself, believe you me, the calling of your heart telling you what to do, in the end, people will need that. Everything is perfectly synchronized. Of course, you can search in the Google if that offer exists or not. But to be honest, I believe in the new earth, there will be only self-made offers, because even you could be trained, I don't know, architecture or designer or a doctor even though, right? But you will be always expressing it through your own individual, unique way. So in the end, it becomes your unique offer. It will never be a copy of someone else. Okay, so little introduction. And let's say you're in the moment of your life when you have no idea, when you maybe even burned out, you want to change something in your life, and you have no idea how you could even create something new for yourself. And you also probably are scared that you will again repeat same errors and you will be burned out again and again. In this case, I invite you to, first of all, find for yourself space to relax, to rest. Because, for example, if you are in this company, for example, that you burned out, that you in a survival mode, I guess that it can be very difficult for you to connect within yourself because you're trying to survive. There is no space for relaxation. That was, to be honest, my case, because I was burned out in a last place when I was hired, and I simply went to the psychiatrist and asked him for the burnout sick leave, because for me, it was impossible to function. That was my way. You could have a different way. This is what I did. Or maybe you don't feel like give up your work yet, or you don't want to do it, but I invite you to at least try to find some more compassion for yourself, give yourself more pleasure, take yourself on a date, do something just for yourself. Be artistic, egoistic in this way. So something just for your pleasure, just relax, maybe go for a long walk, maybe go for a weekend just for yourself. Try to think only about yourself. Try to think what you need for you to relax, to rest a little bit. That's a first step. Another step, let's say you already have more time and more space to get to get in touch with yourself. Then I invite you to, yet not thinking at all about your business, about any, maybe even next career. Don't think about it. I would like you to invite you in this relaxed mode to experience yourself through the different kind of creations. For example, take camera on and just start speaking to yourself. Please don't think it must be smart or I don't know. Just speak to the camera. This is amazing exercise because thanks of that, you will observe yourself. You will see if you like recording yourself, and you will also observe if you what kind of limiting beliefs are arising. Like maybe you record yourself and you hear in your head, oh my God, you're so ugly, shut up, whatever you say is so stupid, So in this moment, I invite you not to believe these thoughts. I invite you to observe these thoughts. Maybe you can even write them down on a notebook and then observe which thoughts are critical thoughts, and ask yourself deeper question. Where are these thoughts coming from? Maybe you will remember some moment from your childhood when someone told you you're ugly, and since then you don't accept yourself in a video, in a mirror. And we really need to accept ourselves in order to get out to the world. So try to not fight with everything that is arising during this exercise. Just observe and ask deeper questions. Why it is happening, why I have these thoughts. So without fighting, just seeing this in a conscious way as an observer of yourself, you give yourself this power of telling to yourself, I hear you, I release you, right? Because you don't judge it, you don't attach to it. And same thing you can do, for example, if you just take, some paintings and start paint. And I invite you to not even paint specific, tree like behind me. Try to just move your hand with the brush in your hand, and not even think what you're supposed to paint. Just observe, just observe how it is like to paint when you have no idea what will show up in the end. Just to observe yourself when you paint and you hear these critics in your head, but maybe you also find yourself, oh wow, I like it, my hands are moving. So just experience yourself when painting as an observer, same approach as with camera, and also as a person that is completely feeling everything that is arising. And again, you can write this intuitive but also critic thoughts on a piece of paper and try ask yourself deeper questions. Why I have these thoughts? Where is it coming from? Maybe you will see some pictures. So don't try to push it away. Believe that whatever you will see in your imagination, this is not a coincidence. This is something that you need to just see and acknowledge it happened in your life, but try not to attach to it. Just be observer. When we are observing, we are introducing consciousness to whatever is happening, whatever we are feeling. And this conscious way of observing whatever is happening, whatever is arising, oftentimes is enough to release it, because you're not it, right? So yeah, we have exercise with the camera, we have exercise with painting, creative painting, intuitive painting. What else you can do? For example, you can just, take a notebook and start writing a book. And I really want you to think about it that we are writing a book, not a journal, because the power of this exercise is to observe yourself. What kind of thoughts are showing up when you think of yourself as a writer? What kind of thoughts are arising when you think of yourself as a person that is acknowledged enough to be a published writer, published author of the books, So try to write, and don't push yourself to write smart or, something that you really want to do. Just let it write. Oftentimes, I observe that at the beginning when I'm writing without really knowing what I want to write, that at the beginning it's like, warm up. The words and the sentences seems to be a little bit, kind of chaotic. But when I let myself for a longer time to write, it suddenly start making sense. So just trust it. Every exercise that I recommend you here, I invite you to approach it like you approach meditation. So you are in it, you observe yourself. So you get to know yourself better and better. You observe things that you like, and you observe limiting beliefs, these critics in your head, that if you will know about this limiting belief, you will have now power to release it. So we have camera, recording yourself on a camera. We have intuitive painting. We have writing a book. And one more thing, that you can do, something like I'm doing right now in this podcast, record yourself. Just switch on a dictaphone and start talking to yourself. To be honest, I like talking to myself when I was preparing myself to go online in the car, because I am so much focused on driving that I talk and I don't think about it so much what I am talking about. So that's something that I used to do. And just record yourself. And after recording yourself, listen to yourself. It's very important because we think so much about what other people will think if we go online, if we open our own business, if we do something different than a standard system is allowing us to do, that in reality, it's not about others, it's about ourselves. Do I accept myself as a holistic person? So that's why these exercises are so powerful, because you're getting to know yourself better, but also accepting yourself. So with recording yourself on a dictaphone, but as well on a camera, I strongly recommend you to listen to it, to watch it, and whatever is arising, just observe it. Same with the book. Afterwards, you can read it. With the painting, maybe you will dare enough to hang it on your wall and also observe what feelings are arising. Or maybe you will give it to someone as a gift, and also you will observe what things, what thoughts, what feelings are arising. Maybe you will feel it in your body. So this way, you just allow it. Sorry for the noise. I was changing the position. This way, you are allowing yourself to open yourself for the creativity which each of us has within us, but without this pressure that you need to make money out of it. Because we've been raised in a system where we had to be very closed-minded in the end, and that's why some of us may even think we are not creative. And creativity is extremely important in our life, because this is the source, endless source of how we are showing up to the world, and endless source of knowledge, what type of creativity, what type of creation you like. And it's super important. So thanks of this 4 example of exercises I gave you, you will simply get to know yourself better. And this way you will release limiting beliefs, or at least you will be aware of them so you can work on them further. And also you will realize what kind of creative expressions you like. Because running business means expressing yourself in different kind of ways. So this is the first step to even understand what you like, how you like expressing yourself. So, okay, thanks of these exercises, you will learn more about your talents. You will learn more about how you want to express yourself. And also, I invite you to try to release these limiting beliefs that are arising very often, like in almost every client of mine, and I also had them. For example, painting, only, after university, I can be artist. Writing, I am not an author of the books. Who would even publish my book? camera, oh my God, I'm not as beautiful as some model. I invite you to observe these limiting beliefs as the examples I mentioned, and don't believe them. Each of you is unique. And if you feel like doing something, if you're, you have this inner excitement about it, I invite you to not believe these thoughts, these arguments that you are not certificated, that you are not beautiful enough, that you are not experienced enough. Because if there is some desire within you, that means it must be expressed. This is what our soul desires, what our heart desires. If we won't do it, that's why we end up burned out. We feel their life doesn't make sense. We can even end up depressed. So it's like your obligation to fulfill it, not only for you, but also for the world. Because if you have this desire, that means there are people waiting for you to let them know, hey guys, I'm ready. I'm finally ready. And also, what is really strong limiting belief, oftentimes when I speak with my customers, is that, oh my God, there are so many offers, there are so many artists, there are so many books already to read. Yes, but you are unique. So if you are unique, that means your uniqueness needs to be expressed. And if you, for example, start compare yourself with others, like, oh my God, other people are thousand times more experienced, doing this 1,000 times better. It's not about it. Think about it this way. When I, for example, need to choose to go to someone for makeup, I don't care if you have certification or not, how many years of experience you have. Of course, it would be nice if I know you will do it nice enough, of course, pretty enough. But for me, it's important to know to whom I'm going. So I want to like this person, right? So think about it this way, about the friendships. Like your customers, they will be your friends or your colleagues at least. They will like spending time with you. So that's important to remember. Don't uh, don't stop yourself thinking that there are other people doing this better, longer, and there is no more need on the market. If your soul desires it, that simply means it is needed and people wait for you, because we are all synchronized in this universe. Okay. So we covered the topic about how discover our talents, our creativity, and how work with limiting beliefs. So you paint, you write, you record yourself on camera and on dictaphone and listen to it, read it, hang painting on the wall, or give it to someone as a gift. And now, what about mission? Mission that in the end will help you create the offer for the business, first of the offers. I would like you to connect with your heart and think about things that you miss. What I observe so far working with my customers for a year and a half now, that I observe two patterns. One pattern is that the person that is coming to me is burned out, and we get, after sessions working on one-on-one, we get to the conclusion that not the career that she's doing is the cause of the burnout. She likes it, but the way the job is done, the way the, for example, company, the values is sharing, or the way she was doing it, this caused the burnout. So, and here, if you find yourself in this group, in this target group, this is a huge opportunity for you, because creating new earth business means that we have so much old earth businesses we need to transform. So even if the offer itself is great, is needed, we need people that they will introduce their holistic approach, introduce their trust and respect to the human being and to the Mother Earth. So I invite you to observe the job that you're doing currently and really look closer if you like what you're doing, but the values and the way you are doing it, maybe this is what you don't like. Or maybe indeed you will say, I hate it, I never wanted to do it. But be careful about that, because oftentimes we may think that we hate what we used to do, but we can surprise ourselves by discovering that we liked it. Just the way it was done, we didn't like it. Like myself, when I left last company, I thought I would never use my knowledge as a project manager, but I find it extremely useful. And this is part of the knowledge I'm sharing with you. I'm sharing with my customers. But at the beginning, I thought this is something I don't want to even think about, So look at that carefully. And then maybe you're in the target group, in a group of people that you are sure about the career that you took before, and it's not your mission. This is not the path you wanted to take. That's okay. But I still invite you to observe what you know from this area, what you have learned so far, because when you run your own business, every type of experience is really, really useful. It's really useful. And in this case, try to connect with your heart, like, simply close your eyes and really say out loud. Don't be afraid to say out loud what you dream about. Because I think most of us, we know our missions. We just are shy. We just not even dare to say it out loud because we are so afraid what that would mean for us. We have this strong feeling of being ashamed about it, of being not even worth it. So don't be courageous enough to admit it firstly to yourself. Okay, what next? What next? Yes, so in this way, you have the first feelings about your talents, how you like expressing yourself. You already have the idea what could be your mission, and you don't have to be 100% sure about your mission. I think the power is not like, all of a sudden miracle will appear and will tell us what we need to do, someone. I think the power in making different life for yourself, and for example opening your own company, create your first offer, is simply knowing yourself. There is the source of your idea of the offer. So you collect your talents, you collect your way of expressing yourself, you collect your what is your heart asking you to do, like what you're missing in your life. Also think about how you like build relationships, so that will give you the idea if you will be typical leader doing things maybe online, offline, or maybe you rather want to create something in your own room, and some stuff you will just sublet it. So simply observe yourself, and based on that you can create your first offer. So let me give example, right? Based on myself. So in my case, I knew I wanted to quit my last job. My sick leave was finishing, and the only thing I did, and I knew it's time for me to open my own company, and I still had no idea what would be my first offer. So what I did, I simply write down what is my mission as I believe today. So I wrote down that I want to help women. That's it. I want to, create easier life for them. Now I'm opening also myself to work with men, by the way. Then I understood that I wrote down all the things I knew. So, for example, I admitted that, yes, I'm good at project management and I know how practical it is. I also admitted that after years of, working with myself, confronting myself with the traumas, opening myself for really working with myself, that there is more than materialistic stuff, working with my heart, that in the end brought me to the conclusion that I can help women running their businesses, opening their businesses, from one hand, using very practical business knowledge from the project management that I earned working for years for some years on a big organizations. And from other hand, I knew that the reason we are not doing certain things is not only because we don't know how to make a plan. We also are afraid, we are having limiting beliefs. So I connected all together, and this is how I started, and I keep doing it. It's just developing because I experience what I do with my customers. So this is the same thing you can do. Just see for yourself what are your possibilities, what is your capability, what is your experience, your talents, your mission, what you know, what you have learned so far during all of the jobs you've done, and create out of it the offer. That's it. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can still be afraid. It's not like all the limiting beliefs will disappear all of a sudden and then you will be ready. You just need to start, and thanks of experiencing yourself, getting out to the world, you will be confronting yourself with more and more fears, blockages, limiting beliefs, and thanks of that, you will be releasing them. And also, thanks of getting out to the world, you will understand better and better what are your talents. You will even receive more talents. You will be developing yourself even more. So it can't stay in your head forever. You need to start doing it. And there will be always someone who needs your help. And last thing, you may wonder, Judita, okay, so how I can write this offer now? I invite you to use 3 basic questions. Why, what, and how? Why? So I would start writing your offer with why. What is your longing for something? Or maybe you experience something in your life, in your spiritual, energetical work, and you want to share it with others. So what is the story? This why is the way of telling your story, and this is the way people will feel connected to you. Then second, what? So in what package you are preparing the thing you want to do. So maybe you want to do one-on-one sessions. Maybe you want to make candles. Maybe you want to do some treatments. So describe it. What is it? What is this package? Okay. Mama, why, what, and how? How? That means, okay, so I like you told me your story, as a potential customer, right? You told me my story, you told me what you're offering. So as a customer, I would be like, okay, so how can we start it, right? How can we get in touch? So in the third acapit, why section, just write, give me a phone, or we start with a free call like we do with me, or the events is on this and this weekend, we only have that many open spots, write me an email, or this is how much it costs. So logistic. I said 3, but I would also add 4 part. So who you invite, and this is very crucial because oftentimes you are my customers, women and men in my community, they are having this fear of, okay, Judita, like in my case, right? I want to use this project management, but I am afraid if I will find people that will accept my belief that there is more than just materialistic stuff, my way of thinking, and that I believe in love, I believe in energy, So it's important, and it's important to be straightforward about who you invite. Like I would say, I invite open-minded people that are ready to discover something new for themselves because they are tired of the way it used to be and they want to change something in their life to live abundant and independence life, right? So I would add sentences there that I would be calm, that people that will show up, they will resonate with me. So yes, so why, your story, in what package did you build this offer, this product, how, so logistics, how one could use it, and who you invite. So describe who you invite, so people will understand if this offer, this product is for them or not. And this way you have your first offer. That's it. Okay, and you may ask, okay, Judita, so I wrote my first offer, and what next? Start speaking about it. Start admitting to others that you are offering something like that. I know it can be scary. So maybe you first want to admit it to yourself and record yourself again. Maybe you want to share it with your best friend, with your partner. Maybe there will be a moment when you will acknowledge it on Instagram. You can open your profile on Instagram, and simply by creating this offer on Canva, for example, and save it as a PDF, you can upload it through the application Linktree. I will add it in the description. You can upload it without having even your own website, guys. So you simply create PDF in Canva, save it on your laptop, save this PDF on a Google disk, and copy link to this document as available to everyone who has the link. And then on a Linktree application, add this link by opening your own profile. And in the end, you have your Instagram profile where you can put this link to the Linktree application on your profile on Instagram. And then you start talking about yourself. When there will be a moment when you want to start talking about yourself, whether it's offline with your friends or colleagues, whether it's online on Instagram, I also invite you to be compassionate with yourself. So don't if you feel like even speaking publicly it's difficult for you, you don't have to already say about the offer. Maybe you want to say something else, quote the book, just give yourself your own pace of doing stuff. But the basic, the baseline is to start talking about it. So then people will have a chance to know you're offering something like that. And then you can start having first transactions. All right. It's quite a lot that I covered today. So let's sum up. Firstly, experience yourself, experience your creativity outside of business contexts. So paint, write, record, and observe yourself. Second of all, write down your mission, summarize what you have learned so far in your life, what are your experiences. You can also write down how you want to build relationships, how you want to create your daily life. All this data will be needed for you to create your first offer and then strategy of your business, foundation of your business. Okay, so we have this. Next milestone is to write your offer. So we have why, your story, what, the product itself, how you have packaged this gift to the world, how one can contact you, logistics, and last, who you invite. This way you have your offer, and also trust that it doesn't have to be perfect. Offer is something I keep updating. I think update it every month. So find yourself the limit. Like if you keep finding yourself that you keep prolonging description of this offer, give yourself 1 hour, write it and just publish it, have it done. Okay, so we have this offer. Let's say you can write it on Canva, publish it on save it as a PDF, save it on laptop, and then save it on a disk Google as a public with a public link. Copy this link, open profile on a Linktree, put the link there, and then once you have or you will open Instagram profile, you can link this on your profile on Instagram, link to the Linktree. And this way you can already direct people to your offer online. Start talking about it. So I described to you the technical part, but just talk about it. Use your throat express your desire. This is very, very important. If you are finding yourself in an environment that you find very difficult to accept what you're doing or what you want to do, with my open heart, I invite you to the networking, which I organize every month online, mostly online, because it's a perfect place. Because in this place, there are people that are super open-minded, accepting. In a small intimate group, ladies that are joining, oftentimes they express their desires, who they want to be, what they want to do for the very, very first time. So that could be great also opportunity for you. And that's it for today. So thank you very much for listening to this. I hope it was clear for you and you know what next steps to do, what first steps to do for you to transfer yourself from the point of the burnout, from the point I have no idea what I want to do in my life, to the point where you finally know yourself, know your talents, know your desires, and you start creating your business. You start doing this first step of letting the world know, hey guys, I'm amazing at this. Let me know, I can help you with that. I hope you can. I wish you to do it soon. If you have any questions, please write to me. I will add link to my email, to my Instagram profile where I am quite active, if you have any questions. Thank you, and I invite you to subscribe to this podcast so you could never miss new episodes of my podcast. This was Judyta Jaworska. Thank you for your listening. Have a great day, great evening, whichever time you're listening to this.